Today we will talk about Chapter 3, What to Change in an Organization. In this chapter, the focus is on understanding different aspects of organizational change. The example of bloodletting is used to illustrate the consequences of inaccurate assumptions in processes. The distinction between what to change and how to implement change is emphasized, with a case study on a strategic change program at Lufthansa. Two key models are introduced: the change path model and Nadler and Tushman's congruence model, which help identify what needs to be changed in an organization. Both process, how to change, and content, what to change, are deemed essential in organizational transformations. The chapter integrates these models to bridge the gap between an organization's current state and desired future. Additional models discussed include Sterman's systems dynamics model, focusing on underlying dynamics, Quinn's competing values model, which considers individual and organizational levels, Greiner's phases of organizational growth model, outlining predictable stages in organizational life, and Stacy's complexity theory, highlighting the complexities of organizational systems. The open systems perspective emphasizes that organizations interact with their environments in complex and dynamic ways. Key assumptions include the exchange of information, materials, and energy with the environment, the interrelated and interdependent nature of system parts, the pursuit of equilibrium, diverse views within the system, and the interconnectedness of system components. This perspective enables managers to identify misalignments between the external environment and the organization's strategy and structure. Open systems analysis helps in understanding an organization's current state and exploring ways to enhance it. Failure to consider the environment can lead to incongruence or disruption, as seen in the smartphone market, where innovations from Apple and Google disrupted competitors like BlackBerry and Nokia. Organizations should not be viewed in isolation, but rather as entities that interact with and adapt to their environments. The concept of creative destruction, as coined by Joseph Schumpeter, highlights how disruptions can lead to organizational renewal. Nadler and Tushman's congruence model facilitates the analysis of how organizations acquire resources from the external environment and transform them into valued outputs. The Nadler and Tushman model serves as a framework for change leaders to analyze organizations. It links environmental inputs to organizational components and outputs, emphasizing congruence among tasks, people, formal organization, and informal organization. This model, based on open systems theory, highlights the dynamic and interdependent nature of organizational components. Leaders make choices from the organization's startup phase, shaping its future actions and outcomes. Historical decisions and external environmental factors influence an organization's evolution, mission, and strategy. Understanding an organization's history, coupled with external environmental analysis, is crucial for aligning resources with strategy to achieve desired results. For change leaders, analyzing the external environment and aligning resources with strategy are essential skills. Strategic analysis involves assessing competencies, strengths, weaknesses, threats, and opportunities to determine the organizational strategy. Leaders must bridge the gap between stated strategy and actual strategy in use, ensuring alignment for effective change management. Change strategies can range from fine-tuning resource alignment to substantial changes that redefine the organizational strategy itself. Understanding the purposes and objectives of change within the organizational strategy is crucial for change leaders in driving successful organizational transformations. The Nadler and Tushman model outlines the transformation process within organizations, involving key elements such as work, formal organization, informal organization, people, and outputs. Work. This includes the tasks necessary for implementing the organization's strategy, ranging from key success factors to specific duties of individuals or teams. Task design reflects past decisions and cultural beliefs, influencing how work is structured and organized formally. Formal organization. This encompasses the structured coordination of tasks through organizational architecture, roles, responsibilities, departments, and systems like HR management and information systems. Change leaders must understand how formal systems influence behavior and facilitate change. Informal organization refers to unplanned interactions, relationships, and cultural norms within an organization. It includes values, beliefs, leadership patterns, and power relationships that influence how work gets done. Change leaders need to address implicit norms and behaviors during change initiatives. People. Individuals within the organization perform tasks using both formal systems and informal cultural processes. Matching individual skills and attitudes with organizational needs is crucial for successful change management. Identifying key leaders and stakeholders is essential for driving change. Outputs. These are the services and products an organization delivers to achieve profitability or meet mission-related goals. Apart from financial metrics, outputs also include employee satisfaction, competency development, and customer satisfaction. Change leaders should track and measure these outputs to evaluate success. The Nadler and Tushman model emphasizes the dynamic nature of organizations, highlighting that when the external environment changes, internal organizational components, people, tasks, structures, and culture must realign to produce desired outcomes. For example, shifts in Brazil's inflation caused a power shift from finance to sales and marketing. The model underscores the importance of continuous adjustment as conditions evolve, warning that managers may become stuck in outdated thinking patterns if they fail to recognize these changes. The concept of fit between organizational components is critical to the model. It refers to how well the components' tasks, people, formal structures, and informal culture align and influence one another. A lack of fit can hinder effectiveness, as seen when an organization restructures without considering employees' skills or fails to provide necessary training when adopting new technology. Good fit ensures that the organization's strategy, internal components, and capabilities are aligned and responsive to environmental shifts. Organizations with strong fit between their components are more effective than those with poor fit. The strategy must not only be appropriate for the external environment, but also match the organization's internal capabilities. For example, highly skilled employees assigned to routine tasks or empowerment initiatives lacking supportive supervisory structures will lead to disengagement and inefficiency. Nadler and Tushman's congruence model helps practitioners by offering a framework for organizational analysis, understanding the change process, and emphasizing the importance of alignment between internal and external factors. Good fit between components leads to efficiency, while alignment with the external environment ensures effectiveness. Change agents must consider both rational and non-rational aspects, including the informal system and key individuals who influence the change process. Nadler and Tushman's congruence model raises important questions about the relationship between strategy, structure, systems, and organizational effectiveness. While traditionally strategy is seen as dictating structure and systems, examples like FedEx and Amazon show how changes in systems can drive strategic shifts. The model highlights the importance of fit between these elements, as seen in TQM initiatives and the creation of the Department of Homeland Security. Misalignment can hinder organizational change efforts significantly. Identifying the need for change may not always rely on external factors. Internal issues like outcomes or performance can also signal necessary adjustments. Major changes often require modifications across various organizational aspects. The impact of fit on effectiveness varies depending on the measure used. Tight congruence can enhance short-term efficiency, but may stifle innovation in the long run, especially in rapidly changing environments. While striving for better fit is generally beneficial, an excessive focus on congruence can impede organizational adaptability. Balancing alignment with flexibility is key, with the model needing to evolve alongside shifting environmental and organizational dynamics. This slide illustrates a linear event view of the world. This view suggests a straightforward and sequential process in which problems are identified, decisions are made, actions are taken, and results are achieved. Here's a breakdown of the components. Situation. This is the starting point, the context in which a problem or goal arises. Goal. This is the desired outcome or objective. Gap/problem. This is the discrepancy between the current situation and the desired goal. Decision/action. This is the choice or intervention made to address the gap or problem. Results. This is the outcome or consequence of the action taken. The linear view of cause and effect, often embraced by managers, overlooks the intricate nature of organizational dynamics. This perspective fails to consider time delays and lag effects. Changes are expected to produce immediate outcomes, disregarding delays in variables like inventory adjustments or customer behavior shifts, leading to flawed decisions. Complex cause-effect relationships. Oversimplification hampers the understanding of interconnected organizational systems, making it hard to accurately predict the consequences of actions. Attribution errors and false learning. Managers may misattribute outcomes to specific causes due to complexity and delays, resulting in false learning and misguided decisions rooted in misunderstood dynamics. Sterman's model contrasts with Nadler and Tushman's congruence model by emphasizing the interplay of dynamic forces, complex variables, and nonlinear interactions in organizational management. Sterman argues that managers often oversimplify situations, leading to unintended consequences due to intricate systems dynamics. Managers, following a linear view, might make decisions expecting straightforward outcomes, but complex interactions can lead to counterintuitive results. For instance, changing incentives for higher productivity may backfire by causing layoffs or compromising quality, necessitating additional controls that defeat the original purpose. Sterman highlights the significance of time lags, inventory effects, and attribution errors. illustrating how misinterpretations of cause and effect relationships can lead to misguided decisions. His model stresses the need for deeper analysis and learning loops to navigate organizational complexities effectively. By sharing examples like McDonald's expansion strategy and price cuts, Sterman underscores the importance of understanding the intricate web of consequences that decisions can trigger. Embracing systems thinking and sophisticated modeling is crucial for managers to make informed decisions amidst increasing data availability. Managers should avoid static thinking and embrace complexity, recognizing the diverse perspectives and values that influence organizational dynamics. Quinn's model underscores the value of incorporating varied viewpoints when analyzing organizations and their environments to foster better decision-making. Quinn's competing values model emphasizes that managerial perceptions shape their change strategies. The model categorizes organizations into 4 frames based on internal, external, and control flexibility dimensions: open systems view, rational economic view, internal process view, and human resources view. Managers tend to operate from one quadrant, with values often conflicting among quadrants. Each quadrant necessitates specific managerial roles and skills, crucial for effective change leadership. Balancing all 4 quadrants is crucial for organizational success, as overemphasis on one dimension can lead to dysfunction. The model helps characterize organizational culture, tasks, and reward systems, guiding necessary shifts in focus or recruitment strategies. Although valuable, Quinn's model is relatively static, not accounting for dynamic organizational changes over time. Greiner's model complements this by predicting organizational evolution from entrepreneurial beginnings to complex multinational entities. Organizational changes can vary in scale from small evolutionary changes to large revolutionary transformations. Evolutionary changes are gradual and less disruptive, involving minor adjustments to existing systems, making them easier to plan and execute. However, such changes might not be enough to sustain long-term organizational health. In contrast, revolutionary changes are larger in scale and often occur during crises, significantly altering an organization's strategy, structure, and processes. Greiner's model suggests that organizations go through periods of stability, marked by evolutionary improvements, followed by crises that demand revolutionary changes. These crises, such as rapid growth or technological disruptions, force organizations to realign their practices with both internal and external realities. For example, the crisis of leadership might result in replacing entrepreneurial founders with professional managers to guide further growth. As an organization grows, its need for change becomes apparent when strategies and internal components, such as tasks, structure, and culture, fall out of sync with the environment. Pressures build until revolutionary change becomes necessary. Greiner's model highlights typical stages of organizational growth, prescribing that organizations must experience these crises to evolve. However, the model has limitations, as not all organizations follow a predictable growth pattern. Modern businesses may evolve through partnerships, global reach, or flexibility, bypassing traditional stages. Organizational change models often rely on gap analysis to identify what needs to change, but this simplistic view overlooks the complexity and interdependence of organizations. As open systems, Organizations are dynamic and require analysis across multiple levels, considering time-dependent factors. Leaders must move beyond a simple cause and effect view of change, embracing complexity and chaos as natural realities. Stacy's complexity theory emphasizes that organizations are interconnected webs of nonlinear feedback loops, with forces pulling them toward both stability and instability. Too much stability can lead to rigidity, while too much instability can cause disintegration. Successful organizations find a balance between these forces, existing between frozen stability and chaos. Small changes at key points can have significant downstream effects, but predicting these effects is often uncertain. Complexity theorists argue that change cannot always be managed directly. Instead, leaders should create conditions that encourage innovation and self-organization. While vision and strategy are important, they should guide rather than dictate exact outcomes. This perspective aligns with the book's view that organizations must develop adaptive capacities, be open to new ideas, and engage teams in the change process. Leaders should embrace uncertainty, plan for contingencies, and adjust strategies as change unfolds.
Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe to channel.